Welcome back to the Let's Play of In Memoriam, or Missing Since January. You know the title, Joe. We left off last time on the TETIMA puzzle in the Aqua stage, Aqua level, whatever you want to call it. We were trying to find the Greek letters of the location depicted in these photographs, and we also had some words to go along with them, which I presented last time. And I thought hope was lost on this one. We'd been going several days, and nobody had come up with anything. When all of a sudden, Mr. Highway comes in earlier today, and with this response, he searched on one of the search terms. I think it's pronounced Epikamaru. Sorry if I butchered that. And it came up with this website, Destination Rhodes. Rhodes is in Greece, obviously, so that's a possible answer. So what I'm going to do is just fill in the Greek letters. It's 5 letters, so it seems like it'll match. We'll see what happens when we do. Now, bear in mind this is just the first stage of the game. The research puzzles do get harder as it goes on, so it won't necessarily be as easy as just punching in a single Google search term and getting the result. This might be one of those, this might not be. We'll find out shortly. But I've got a good feeling about it. It seems to match all the clues provided. Just fill in that last letter here. And there we go. That solved it.
At 10 o'clock, at the shipyard. After waiting more than half an hour, Vasily finally called me to arrange another rendezvous for later in the day, at the south of the island. He eventually turned up just before 6 o'clock in the evening and asked us to follow him.
No camera, no camera.
He didn't actually tell us anything that we didn't already know, except for the possible motive. Volker had been in possession of an extremely valuable old book. He advised me to go and speak to a bookseller in Istanbul who'd been in contact with Volker. He abruptly ended the conversation and left, giving me the niggling impression that he hadn't told us everything. Maybe we'd find out more in Istanbul.
So I'd like to thank Mr. Highway for coming up with the solution for that one. As the Phoenix says on screen there, bravo. Good save there. And that will wrap up the last puzzle of this section. It will go swirling off into the distance. And explodes, and suddenly here we are again. This is the second stage of the Aqua level. We're still not out of the woods. There's 3 more here, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce these. But let's start with CHNOUPH. This puzzle here is actually should be a lot easier than it actually is in practice. Basically, the idea here is I just grab these little red droplets and bring them into the circle to uncover parts of it. The problem here is that the puzzle is actually bugged. So the ideal solution that it wants you to do is for you to just keep generating these little droplets and pool them together, and then you mouse them over here onto the circle to do big chunks. Kind of like that just happened there. The problem is that if you actually pull together too many of these at once and try to bring it over, then the game crashes with a Adobe Shockwave error, which is not fun at all, because then you have to start over from scratch. So you just gotta kind of do it little bits and pieces at a time with the little droplets, which is really time consuming But I can't really fault the game on this one since it's not its fault that Shockwave can't handle it. I guess it could be a QA problem. So I'll just keep steering these over here. It looks like it's uncovering image of a sun with a person, or at least a face, in the middle of it. And there is more to this level, by the way. This is just the first section. And you'll see it's starting to look like there's some text under that sun. A banner of some sort. At least there's some very peaceful music playing in the background to kind of soothe the stress of having to guide these tiny, tiny little droplets in. Hopefully we won't need too many more of these. Gotta be really careful when joining those droplets together. I sort of hold my breath every time. I'm like, don't crash the game. Be a little awkward in the middle of a Let's Play. Well, there we go. It looks like it says Sol Invictus. Which is one of the Phoenix's favorite sayings. It came up earlier. So as I was indicating before, that was just the first part, first half of this puzzle. The second part is coming up here. And this one is very tricky. Basically the goal here is you gotta catch the letters by hovering over them. And you have to form, like he indicated, Sol Invictus. The trick is that if you touch any of the yellow stars here, it will break off whatever letters it comes into contact with. And you have to form the chain of letters in the correct order. If you just grab in random letters, it won't accept that as an answer. And the strategy behind it is really to stay as still and as slow as possible, because the longer your chain becomes, yeah, there you go, you saw it happen there. The longer your chain becomes, and the more your letters sort of trail off behind you, which sort of leaves them vulnerable for getting hit by the stars. So if you're just swimming all around the screen here, like you're playing a game of Centipede, if you remember that one, then you're probably going to get letters knocked off pretty quickly. So, got Sol in V so far, looking for the C. Swimming up to the upper right there. Now I need the T. There it is. Almost there, just need two letters. Two letters. Oh, and the star. The trail got too long there and snagged off some of my letters. So we're down to Sol in V now. And when the letters get shot off, they're gone, so the little sun figure in the center of the screen will generate new ones in no particular order. It's getting kind of dicey here. So I need the T. There's the T. And the U. I just need that S. Where's the S? No! Lost like half my word that time. Alright, we're going to do this for real now. No more messing around. I need my letters. Alright, there's the I. There's the C, there's the T. Oh, that U just passed right out of my reach there. Let's see if we can grab them in one blow here. U and S, and that'll solve it.
Istanbul. As soon as we got there, we went to the address that we'd been given. And just as I expected, the bookshop wasn't there anymore.
Okay, I must ask somebody.
After questioning a couple of the neighbors, I managed to find out the name of the previous owner of the bookshop, who'd since set up a stall for second-hand books in the bazaar. It was too late to go there now. We wound up in the district famous for its large mosques. Would we manage to find this famous bookseller 30 years after the murders had happened? We hadn't seen his name in the telephone directory. The stallholder was our last hope.
Alright, that's 1 down and 2 to go for Aqua. I think we're only going to have time to start 1 more of these, though. Let's see, let's go with OUPHISIT? OUPHISIT? Starts with this imagery. Looks like it probably is a map of Istanbul, I'm guessing here. Seems Istanbul is the theme right now. We're following the story wherever it leads us. And part of following the story means that we will find out more in the course of this puzzle about the bookseller Jack is trying to find. So this is another web investigation one. I like how website is 2 words here. So we have 3 clues. They come in the form of names if I hover over these circles. First we have Victoria Baring. Then we have Sato Mai. And third one, which is not showing up. We'll try that one again. Oh, that's Sato Mai again. Where's the third one? Here we go. Maria Luisa Alves. Maria Luisa Alves. And we're looking for a 6-digit number preceded by the word Lund. So those 3 names, Lund, L-U-N-D, and 6 numbers. Something related to Istanbul. Istanbul's important. So to check out on emails, oh, we just got one. You might notice from my intermediate update there that we have been dropping a lot of emails. I'm copying in whatever I can to rebuild what we should be receiving. This one here is a long email from a psychologist with a profile of the Phoenix. I'll be posting the full text of that to the forum thread. And that should do it for this chapter. I'll leave you with that. 6 numbers, Lund, 3 names, Istanbul. Let's see if we can solve this puzzle. See you guys next time.